Hi everybody, I'm Audrey. I'm reading a book that I've had for a few years and it's called Dali's Dreams, and it is about Salvador Dalí and the things that he dreamed about and the things that he used to think about. So I hope you enjoy it. It is said that our dreams are stories in which we live the most fantastic adventures when we are asleep. And when we wake up, those dreams drift away as if they were smoke. However, when I awake, I come out of one dream and enter another. I live inside my dreams. I was born in a dream. There was a theater, and from behind the great, shiny, golden curtains, the sad Lady Philippa came out onto the stage. She immediately laid an egg. Cock-a-doodle-doo! The curtains opened, and the stage lit up with a shining light. The sound of applause was heard while the egg was hatching, and from out of it, I appeared. My name was Salvador. Salvador Dalí. I was the little genie of dreams, and there, on that shiny golden stage, I continued dreaming my life. At times, I was Napoleon, winning every battle. At times, I was a cook who wore little leather shoes and painted Lady Philippa with honey. I went for a walk with my mother of honey during the summer's night. We picked up shooting stars by the beach, and I would carry one back in my hands. When I arrived home, I trapped the star under a glass. However, the next day in its place, I found a worm, which had eaten my star. I dream and I paint, and while I paint, I have more and more dreams. I travel through the paintings of great artists. I dress up as Savior with a hat and a cape, flying through the window over the sea. I paint it, and the sea looks more and more like what I paint. I love this so much that I drool into the sea, and my saliva fills it with foam. But one day, a loud voice that won't let me dream shouts,
"Wake up, Salvador, wake up. Come back to Earth."
I am awake, I answer, very awake, here, at this side of the golden curtain. And what about you? You're simply a voice of thunder. Then I have a nightmare, in which this voice turns into a gray grasshopper that wants to shatter my dream. But I turn the grasshopper into paper, and I make hundreds of little white birds out of him, which fly away in silence. Cock-a-doodle-doo! 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 I shout when I feel intense emotion, and the paper birds get lost in the sky, like stars falling between my large, pointy mustache. I'm leaving, I shout now, and I leave, flying far with my visionary dreams. Cock-a-doodle-doo! My stage lights up, and I continue along as the savior of the painting, sharing dreams with my friend, the poet, Federico, with his piano and his guitar. I also enter and exit the film scenes with my friend Louise, and I fly among the paintings of the museums. Painted in blue with a geranium in my ear, I travel on the backs of elephants. With huge legs, while friends and artists from all over the world continue to enter onto my stage. One day on stage, the bright lights blind me, and Gala enters the stage. Like a true superstar, the woman of my dreams, and she's dreaming me. Cock-a-doodle-doo! We dream of each other forever. I will paint my dream star over and over again in the dreams that she dreams of me, and we will marry many times, at least 2.
You are crazy, Salvador. Wake up. Wake up.
The thunderous loud voice has returned shouting, and now my nightmare fills with ants, many black ants surrounding the grasshoppers. I'm not crazy, I tell the voice. I am the dream.
Well, go away. Go far away.
It commands me, shouting. Let's go, little Dali, Gala says, and she takes me by the hand to our white house by the sea, which grows and grows. From there, we wander my hand-painting dreams around the world. Far from the ants, the time passes, facing out the sea, on clocks soft like fried eggs, but soon thereafter, the monster of war arrives, and, as in the worst of nightmares, carries off my friend, Federico, my poet. Then I put on a diving suit and cross the ocean bed with Gala. Together we keep dreaming our long American dream, and no voices appear which want to interrupt our dreams. It's a long dream with film stars, new drawings, paintings, and designs, with books that I write inventing my life, and the lives of my pointed mustaches. I am the great genie of dreams among lights and skyscrapers, gaining fame and money on my golden stage, where Gala dreams with me, cock-a-doodle-doo. But the years pass by, and we decide to return to our seashore, to the house of our Catalan beaches. There I paint on the balcony overlooking the sea, and I dream that I've grown so much that the sky with all its constellations is much smaller than me. Soon after, the old grasshopper returns to my side. He no longer shouts at me, because now he is a great white paper bird. He sits next to me in silence. We put jasmine flowers behind our ears, and we listen to the night. For my most brilliant star, Gala, I give her a castle just for her, where she can store forever all her dreams like treasure. For me, I commission the building of the Dali's Dreams Theater Museum. My great work is crowned with gigantic white eggs, like those which Lady Philippa hatched on my life's stage. The golden curtain closes, but continues to shine brightly under the spotlight. From behind its folds, a fly escapes, singing while it flies. And that's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it. So we just read the book Dali's Dreams, and basically the whole book is about his way of thinking and his way of painting. He was one of the main painters that was involved in the Surrealist movement. The Surrealist movement basically was a period of time when many artists, not just painters, but when many artists focused on the dream aspect of real life. So basically, surrealism means super real to the extent that it's almost 3D. And when you have a lot of ordinary objects and things taking on strange shapes. So maybe you have a picture of a breakfast and you have your cup of orange juice and you have your silverware and then you have a plate, and on the plate is a pancake. So everything seems really normal. These are all normal objects. But then in the middle of the pancake, you have an eyeball. So this is what's considered to be surrealism and displacement, when you're taking objects that shouldn't be in places and putting them there.
Bravo! Me second that motion. Third. Fourth. What are we voting on?
Dali loved to be in the public eye and created stunts that gave him the reputation of being a madman. But Dali was far from being mad. He was actually a talented and clever man who took his art very seriously.
So today what we're gonna do is create a drawing that is inspired by surrealism and by Dalí. This is an actual picture that he drew of himself, and it's called Sleep, which is super appropriate given the fact that the name of the book was Dalí's Dreams. So it's him sleeping and dreaming up all these crazy scenarios. So Dalí definitely had strong facial features, especially his really big mustache. So we're gonna focus on this in this drawing. So like I said, all you need is the piece of paper and a marker. And we're gonna start by drawing his nose. And we're gonna start on this side of the paper, okay? And we're also going to draw his nostril. We have two nostrils and this is them. And we're gonna draw his face from the profile view. So here's his nostril. So here we have the nose and the nostril, like you're looking at it from the side. The next thing we're gonna do is draw the mouth. It's gonna be a big mouth with lips. So I'm gonna draw a C like this. Just like that, and I'm gonna make it like the letter C, but backwards. Okay? Then we're gonna draw his chin. His chin's gonna look like that. He definitely had a very strong chin. Now we're gonna connect the nose to the mouth with just a little line like this. Okay? So now they're connected. And now we're gonna draw his eye, just one eye. And because he's sleeping in this painting, the eye is going to appear closed like this from the side. So this is going to be his closed eye that is sleeping. Now I'm gonna draw his eyebrows because he had really strong, thick eyebrows. I'm gonna draw them like this, over here. And remember, none of this has to be super perfect because the nature of surrealist paintings is that they're not perfect. Sometimes things are bigger than they should be, or sometimes things are smaller than they should be. Okay, so now I'm gonna connect his part of the eye to his nose, just like this. And it's gonna look like this, okay? So now we have to draw his forehead. This is the part of the head that we don't really have anything up here, it's just skin. and I'm gonna make it kind of bigger or accentuated. I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna go around. So this is gonna be Dali's forehead. I know it kind of looks weird right now, but trust me. I'm gonna make a little line. Sometimes when you're sleeping and your face is kind of smushed together, you have a line. So this is the face. We have the nose, the mouth, the chin, the eye, the eyebrow, and the forehead. So this is where things are gonna get a little crazy. We're kind of gonna take his face and make it look like kind of a ghost, I think. Just like this. Okay, there we go. This is surrealism. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw him a cheekbone. This is your cheek. It's gonna look like this. This is gonna be Dali's cheek. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to use our imagination and we're going to pretend that this is Dali sleeping, but he needs some type of support for his face, because if not, his face is just going to fall down. So we're gonna need to put some sticks in place to hold up his head. And we're gonna draw a stick that kind of looks like a fork, but instead of having 3 prongs as a normal fork, it's only gonna have 2. And we're gonna see one on the side like this, and we're not gonna see the other one because it's going to be behind his face. So it's really easy. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start like this with his chin here. Imagine this is one side of the fork here, and the other side is on the other side of his face, and then the part that goes into the ground, just like this. Just like that. I'm gonna zoom so you can see better what it looks like. Just like that. And we're gonna do a bunch of these all around. So let's put one over here. There's one. Let's put one around this part. And we're actually gonna have the other side coming out over there. Let's have one to support his nose, because his nose is huge. Maybe his chin too. So let's put one over his chin, his nose, and his forehead. There's one for his nose. Let's put one connecting his nose and his lips. Maybe between his cheek. Maybe between his cheek and the ground too. Okay, so now he looks properly held up, right? Do you think he's gonna fall? Maybe we'll put another one over here. Okay, just so we can see what's going on. So here we have Dali's sleeping face being supported by some forks. And now, if you know anything about Dalí, you know that he was born in Figueras in Spain, which was by the beach. And he very often went with his family to vacation in Cadaqués. And a lot of his paintings are very inspired by the landscape of Figueras and Cadaqués and all the really unusual shapes in the landscape, especially a lot of rock formations. So we're gonna put a landscape in. We're just gonna make one line all the way across the page horizontally. So I'm gonna put it like this. Okay, so there we have a horizon line, and we're gonna add some tiny mountains. They're gonna look more like hills, like this. Okay, do you see those in the distance? I like that. I like the mountains. And how about we add some clouds? But we're not gonna do normal clouds. So you can draw the clouds however you want. I'm gonna draw them a little bit like this. Kind of like someone took the cloud and stretched it out far. Okay, there we have some clouds. And why don't we put in the corner, I'm gonna write sleep. This is the name of the painting. I'm gonna put my signature over here. It's always important to put your signature. And there we have it. This is the finished masterpiece. You have just finished your surrealist drawing. So as we know, surrealism had a lot to do with the power of imagination. So I hope that this helps you when you have to do future artworks and helping you realize that you can do more than you think. And that's it.